All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Agent Zion. This is Artificery League, season 13, I believe. Top four match between Honestly Sarcastic and Vontz. And it's a weird one. Very, very strange. It's a mill matchup, or a mill mirror match, I should say. Honestly Sarcastic going with a very unconventional mill deck lineup for standard in Leia Cassian, which I haven't seen before, but I imagine it's very, very swift. Um, I haven't really done much thinking about this match. So lore is actually quite good in the mirror because of his power action. That being said, there is nearly no end to the number of ways that Joe can just pull an additional card out of hand or off the top. And this is going to be really aggressive because they both have espionage. So 28 health start for both of them. Pretty interesting. As far as key cards are concerned, of course, the Anakin Skywalker's Pod Racer for both of them. No answer, Resistance Ring. I don't want to say that this is going to come down entirely to draws because I don't really think that that is entirely accurate. But it's not like this match is uninfluenced by draws. I would definitely say that Joe has the better starting hand here, just because he has no answer. But he's unlikely to win the roll off. But he wins it. Okay. Unlikeliness happens. World we live in. So bartering and hired muscle are certainly much worse. And I missed what card ended up there. Okay, that was bartering and field medic. So yeah, honestly sarcastic, off to a running head start with this one. Just stripping key cards out. We'll see what they're saying. I do find it interesting that Cassian could theoretically kill somebody, but I just don't see that happening. Joe's not very likely to be pleased with resolving cast dice for damage, at least 8+ worth. Although at a certain point, any rolled side is resolvable for Cassian. Miss that trigger. It happens. Happens to everybody. And that is definitely a good easy pickings. And will he pay one to pull two? I think he should. Can't realistically play the hired muscle. He's not likely to get a good easy pickings. And getting that no answer out was a boon. As well get some value. Good EMP there by HS. Playing around the opposing no answer and just removing just a tiny bit of value. And he's certain, like, I'm just, a That's a lot of cards gone just on board here. I don't know how risky he wants to go. He could Leia focus to 2 ranged and discard. Let him take 2 from Cassian's die, 2 from the other Cassian die, but he will take resources. Half the battle. He'll probably sit on that bartering special. If Vontz does claim ahead of him, I see almost no reason not to. I see almost no reason not to draw the card off of it, and then hope for the no answer to do something interesting. Vont's not likely to get anything he wants out of this, but it is forward progress just to get a card back. So. And we'll do a card count real quick. 23 to 22. Occupied city in the hands of Vontz with 1 additional card per round. Clandestine operation could certainly make some shit go awry. Be a huge chunk out of that deck gone. Depending on where this pacify goes. And yep, there's the other easy picking, or not the other, but an easy pickings. Crushing dreams of clandestine operation. Also not what he was hoping to see there. Even a focus over to a 2 discard will just immediately get pacified. But focus into 2 focus. Remembering that occupied suture. Focus into 2 focus into discard and double discard isn't the worst. Especially with this sequencing, if Force stays on blanks here and no focus is rolled off of 3PO. It'd just be a completely null and void round essentially for both players. I think he can reasonably take that resource. I think he has to take the discard here. And I think he has to pay for it. A hired muscle is damn near unplayable with no focus showing on field. Yep. Get 2 cards with the focus chain. And he'll threaten another 4. One will get pacified, then the last 2 in hand will go away. Oh no, he can't spot Anakin. Yeah, so he'll have one. Vontz will have 1 reroll, but gonna have to pitch it immediately. Out of fear for no answer. And there's that unplayable hired muscle. Vontz checking for no answer. He's 1, I think. If I'm remembering correctly, I don't want to poke my own head in there and give anything away. I don't know what he's going to lure here for. I guess that'll get him out of no answer ranges. So that's perfectly legitimate. The only problem is he can't really um, reroll from here. Gonna have to roll out Anakin, shift 3PO to focus off of that shield side, and then make his way over from there. I'm not sure what he would two focus into. One discard for sure. Maybe just money. Just bank up a lot of money. Get a discard on Laura's other side, and then Anakin and bartering to money. Or 3PO, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. Comes out of this with what, 2 money? I think. I don't know why he's going to try to play this hired muscle. I guess he. Okay. Well, he's playing around easy pickings, kind of. He needs to take that card. I don't know what he's going to draw for. Ah, Joe! You're walking. What if he has the other no answer? Does he have the. Or is that in the discard? I don't even know. I gotta look. Oh man, you could have just boned yourself with that claim. You boned yourself bad. Man's sleepy. He just woke up, he said. Why we're recording this late. Missing occupied triggers. Walking into no answer blowouts. There's that easy pickings again. I really don't see that not getting played here. Oh, I mean, I'm not on board with that plan. How low is he? He's got 10 left. There's always time to play clever distraction. And now you can't easy pick. That I am extremely curious to hear what Vontz's justification for that was. That did not seem wise to me. He's up by. I mean, I guess they're totally even on cards, kind of. Close enough, anyway. And the 13, and we got here 12, 13, and 14 with Lure Special. Super fucking rich, though. Motivate, gonna do some work. Blanks will get easy picked, or the resource sides, one of the two. Probably the resource sides. Because it saves a card and prevents weirdness with that resistance ring. But then he's going to lose his last 2 cards to motivate. And he's going to be in a position where he can't expect, I don't think, no answer and get away with it. Or to lure power action and get away with it. One no answer in there for both of them. He did automated defense. Now he certainly has to easy pick right from here, right? Risky business. Focus over to at least one discard. I think going to one discard is correct here. And just probably like a special off of that. Yeah. Because that bluffs that you have no answer. And so now Joe either takes the risk. Well, I guess that's not the risk of having no answer, but it's the risk of needing to discard out of the bartering. That's not a risk at all. Just being overly critical. It's fine. Anyway, point being, one discard, way to be. If he didn't have Motivate in hand, it's real trying to dance around that level. No reason not to lure PA here. Then when you go to bartering special, you're putting yourself at 2 cards. I mean, I guess he doesn't wants whatever this third card is real bad. Yeah, he's gonna get given this Vandalize. Oh no. They'll probably give him no answer. I would give him no answer because you can always pitch that card and you can re-roll uh, that Leia die, that bartering die. Ooh. I don't know. I think it would have been worthwhile to give him the no answer. Ten to 10, exactly even here. Leia power action coming. Ooh. Heavy header discard right there. Heavy, heavy header. I don't know what he's going to focus to. I mean, can't really hope to draw anything. He doesn't have any dice cards he can focus to, I guess. The other hired muscle, I suppose. Like a really long way around of getting one discard, though. I guess he could bartering, then focus Anakin over to discard. Makes somewhat more sense. Now's when things start getting really hairy for both players. Vontz can certainly just plink away. One card here, one card here, one card there. I wouldn't be surprised if he focuses Lore over to discard, which will induce Joe into playing the second pod racer, I think. Will lose 2 out of his hand due to Lore rollout. Lose 1 from Occupied City off of deck, which will leave him with 4 in deck, 2 in hand. Vontz will still have Beguile money up. Keep the pod racer. Lose it, and he gets to keep the clandestine operation, which may be what Joe is really shooting for here. Finding a focus site somewhere and just rolling it all through. Then ending with 1-2 disc. Oh no, he doesn't even need clandestine. Vontz has one card left in deck. It looks like, right? Two. Only clandestine could be used on blanks. There would have been a lot of cards gone earlier in this game. Thing. Thing. Doesn't have the 2 money required. Except a very long way around. So he could get Anakin Pod Racer down and then focus it to mill and take another 2 cards that way. And pull a card back with lore. It's 7 of 5 right now. Vontz has to work for his cards. Joe just already has kind of what he needs to start reducing them. You pull 1 from hand, play a power action, and just resolve 1 ranged. That gets Vontz down to virtually 3 cards with lore power action, I think is what that works out to. And Joe could play this clandestine on the Leia sides, the Leia resistance ring. That'll eat a card off the top as well. Getting real fucky. That risky business. Risky business. Kind of praying that the Anakin Pod Racer die becomes resolvable after getting these resources. Speaking about Vontz's side here, but with that, Anakin's Pod Racer showing disrupt. Joe has no incentive to go swiftly here. You can let that sit at least for a second. Play the resistance ring? I don't think he does. I think he sees that the no answer the deck, so there's no point playing it. But I do think he Probably resolves Pod Racer here. Then he can focus Cassian to discard. Resistance ring to special. It pulls 2 out of hand. Interesting choice here. Is there not the second no answer in here? I thought there was. Yep, there is. I don't know why he pitched that, but yeah, well, he definitely got most of what he wanted there. Will it go through Beguile? Question. Oh, duh. Anakin had discard, so of course he pitches to reroll. Okay. Answering my own questions very, very, very far after the fact. I think best Beguile here is roll Res Ring. Blank the Pod Racer, remove Leia. I think. They're saying. Okay, well. Blank Cassian and remove Leia. Lose his truce, I guess. His truce or his hired muscle. At this point, I don't even think cares if you can pull both pacifies and I don't know. Easy pickings. Guess Beguile's probably a better choice. Just trust Vontz to know how to play his own deck. He probably just gives him easy pickings, right? Lead off with, I don't know. I don't know. Interesting to give him Beguile, which is always going to be at least playable. And motivate combo, no answer is kind of a motherfucker here. If Vontz can get rid of 2 cards, or all 3 cards of Honestly Sarcastics, um, without needing to PA, then he just automatically wins because he can PA, get a card back. Honestly Sarcastic has to respond to that card in hand somehow, and then Vontz just claims and wins by battlefield control, dual mill. Yeah, so I think it's auto win from here for Vontz. He can focus over to. Does he need one more discard side? He needs one more discard side. So he just needs to roll out 3PO here, and then roll out Anakin focus, 3PO to focus. And then he can get a grip of discard sides. Yeah. Basically, innumerable ways. And his cards in hand don't matter to him at all. Oh, yeah. He can just pay for the 3PO here. Okay. Yep. Checking, looking for ways that Joe can pull a card back to hand. Not seeing any. And we'll be going on to game 2. Starts off fast and furious and gets very, very drawn out in those last couple of rounds.